G'day, my name's Pete, and on this YouTube I'm going to tell you how to travel to Derby via Bridport, travelling by bus. I'll tell you a little bit about where to get on the bus, the frequency and what you'll pay. Here we are approaching the stop in Launceston. It's stop D1. On another occasion I was doing an intro and I nearly got bowled over by the bus, but at least you can see the stop really clearly. Yes, we are in Launceston, down at the bottom end there at D1. It's quite distant from the intercity stop. If you're walking from the main bus station, it's only 200 metres, but it's 450 metres from the intercity bus stops from Hobart and Devonport. So let's get on with the route. We leave the city from Brisbane Street. We turn left into Charles Street. Launceston, a lovely place to visit if you've got the time, but there is so many bus routes departing from there, it really is very important. Let's have a look at today's route. We're going to go on route 777, and that is to Derby. Bus route 777 travels via a lot of towns in northeast Tasmania. It's a terrific tour. Some call it a Cook's tour, but I think it's really very nice indeed. We go way up the top to Bridport before going down to Ringarooma before our final destination of Derby. Now, the vital statistics on this route, it's 145 kilometres to Derby. It takes about 165 minutes. So the average speed's about 53 kilometres per hour. That's a bit less than normal. If you do enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing to Tasmanian bus shows. I would really be very grateful indeed. We're crossing the marvellous Tamar River of Launceston. Sometimes it's floods as well. And we're also going through the northern suburbs. We're going through Allenvale there before we turn right onto the main arterial to the northeast coast of Lilydale Road. Now, Lilydale itself, which is the first town, 28 kilometres up the road. It's got a population of 700, and like all these towns, consider getting off the bus and staying overnight and have a really good look around. We have the township of Lebrina. It's very small, but on school days only, you do have to change buses there, but the drivers will organise that. It's all quite straightforward. We're climbing up into a lovely area, Piper's Brook area, where there are vineyards. And if you can get off the bus or can get a lift there, it really is very good indeed. You can see the wonderful scenery you have when riding around on the bus. You've got that lovely elevated view. We turn right towards Bridport. Now, Bridport's the biggest town on the route. It has a population of 1,400 people. It is quite a significant town, lots of places to have a meal, but there's also lots of opportunities for lovely coastal walks. You can just see a little bit of the coastal area there as the bus pulls up to the major bus stop in Bridport. Very important, it stops there for a few minutes so you can have a comfort stop. There are no toilets aboard these northeast bus services, so that's an important feature. Now, we then go 22 kilometres up the road through some lovely agricultural ground. There's some beef cattle for you. We go to the town of Scottsdale, the admin centre.
We are now approaching Scottsdale.
The northeast buses run by Kinetic also have the ability to talk to you and tell you where you're going. Scottsdale has 500 people in residence there. And it's got a rather nice brewery, rather great bakery. In fact, we pull up at the bakery. There's the bus. We have time to take a little footage. And then down we go towards the locality of Ledgerwood on our way to Ringarooma. And at Ledgerwood we can see a rather unique war memorial, beautifully carved structures out of trees. And do jump off and have a look at that. Ringarooma, a little bit of a ghost town, about 29 kilometres from Scottsdale. The population of Ringarooma and surrounding areas, about 300 people. You can see a feature just outside Ringarooma called Lover's Lane. It's this rather great big giant hedge. It's really nice. Then our next stop is Branxholme, which has got about 200 people there. It's sort of become a little bit of a gateway to Derby now. It's certainly grown a little bit. But the main highlight for us, of course, is Derby itself. Derby population is not that big. It's only got about 100 people, but it's got extensive visitor facilities, many places to stay, many places to have refreshments and things like that. But it's mostly known now as the cycling centre of North East Tasmania. Here we come into the main thoroughfare of Derby. You can see it used to be once a tin mining town. And some of these old buildings are lovely to look at. Well, that's what I really enjoy. And here's the end of the service after nearly 2 3/4 hours from Launceston. It's one of my favourites. I really do enjoy it very much. Derby. It was established as a mountain biking extravaganza, where the place is now known for its fantastic cycling facilities, and we were just about bowled over by a few people cycling, hence proving the popularity of it.
Here he goes.
Oh, here he goes. Oh, well done. Here was the morning departure point for the Derby bus to Launceston, and now here's the bus terminus for bus departures in the morning. The Derby pit stop. It's changed now. Well, that's it for Derby. Just a few snaps highlighting Derby, the remarkable town hall, the post office, very rustic, isn't it? Then we have the school, delightfully preserved, and the bank. Yes, the bank, all here in Derby. I was going to write a book about travelling around Tasmania. Instead, I've got this series of YouTube videos. So there I am, waiting for the bus in the morning. Now, the vital statistics in terms of frequency. We have a service every day of the year. That's right, including Christmas Day and Good Friday. It leaves Launceston at 4 o'clock from stop D1, and it returns the next day at 8:30 in the morning. So that's really good. But there's also an additional service to and from Scottsdale via Bridport. That leaves at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it returns at 1:15. There's enough time to have a good lunch at Bridport or Scottsdale. Weekends it leaves later at 11:30, returning from Scottsdale at 2 o'clock. Now, something important. I tried to book on this service and you can't. They say you can't because the buses aren't full and there's no need. There is plenty of room, but if you're boarding in Launceston, just get to the stop early to make sure you get a seat. Adult fares here, half price at the moment, $8. Concession fares are $4. Cash and FPOS are both available on board the bus. Okay, contact Kinetic for further information. So look, I thank you very much for watching this. I hope you found it good, and we'll see you very soon. I'm just going to leave you with a couple of snaps of the memorial at Ledgerwood, commemorating our soldiers of the past. It's lovely.